Hey, Boy Manning here. Welcome to the Garden Report. Celtics keep rolling, 130-121. Win over the Wizards tonight gives them 10 over their last 11 games here. As they're 16-4 through 20 to start the season. They are first in offense by miles. They're starting to improve defensively as well with a couple of good performances here in a row. But you're starting to think now, a quarter of the way into the season, midway point coming up this winter, and some West Coast trips as well, where you're going to see some different kind of teams. Ways to improve the Celtics roster. And one of the first reports we've gotten of Celtics interest in a player around the league this year was Jakob Poeltl of the San Antonio Spurs. A player I'm not sure everyone's super familiar with, given that the Spurs have been rough, certainly this year and in recent years as well, since Kawhi Leonard left. This was a player that actually got back for Kawhi Leonard from the Raptors. Big man, legit 7 feet height. He's got 10 rebounds a game to start this year, had about 9 last year. Great pick and roll finisher, decent defender, and just a veteran at 26 years old who could really be a solid, reliable center on a team that's got an aging Al Horford, that has Robert Williams injured and trying to return and trying to play out a full season and postseason run for really the first time of his career. Where are you at on this idea and really this notion that the Celtics could add to this team that's already been so good?
I think whenever you have a player with his type of experience and skill set, you absolutely have to inquire. You absolutely have to have conversations. But I'm a little hesitant to pull the trigger if it involves disrupting even my exterior. Forget about the core, because you're not going to get any of that, but exterior. Because I think the Celtics they've got players who are getting better as the season progresses. And they're getting better because they understand their role. And they accept that role, and they embrace that role. I'm not sure Poeltl's going to do that. Because, again, he's a guy he's 26 years old, and he's got a lot of basketball ahead of him. And the opportunity to showcase his skills is going to be limited in Boston. I mean, if you've got a healthy Al Horford, a healthy Robert Williams, I'm not sure how much playing time he's going to get. He'll get some of those Horford minutes, and he maybe get some of the Rob minutes, but he's going to be essentially playing backup center-type minutes. Does he want to be in that situation? Is he comfortable being in that situation? Those are some of the things that you have to ask yourself. And maybe the most important question, can he help you? Is he going to be able to give you what you need? Is he going to give you more than you're getting from a Luke Cornett now, for example? Is he going to be able to give you more than what you're going to get from a Rob? Is he going to give you something close to that? And if it's close to that, then why would you make the deal if it's going to give you pretty much what you're already getting? So I'm intrigued with the idea, but I'm not quite ready to put my chips on the table for Poeltl.
I'm super intrigued. I think he gives you some flexibility, too. And to your point about does he want to play here, it's a legit question because he is a restricted free agent, or unrestricted free agent, rather, next summer, making $9 million right now. So you have to stack up some kind of contracts on the bottom end of the roster to get him. You might have to give up a Cornett, might have to give up a Peyton Pritchard, as well as certainly draft picks. He's been on the market for a while, and no one's really been able to acquire him there. They've been super patient in San Antonio, and the reporting out of there is that they're not in a huge hurry to move him. Now, that might change since he's in a contract year. Celtics certainly not in a big hurry to make a move either here. But the question isn't, I think, as much whether he fits in with the group that they'd have fully healthy. I think the key is whether he'd be insurance if Rob's not able to come back at 100%. If Horford is, at 36, runs into some ailment later in the season or even at some part of the postseason, you're still at a spot where this bench, and remember, Cornett's been great the last couple of games, and I'm as big of a Cornett fan as anyone.
Yes, we know, Bobby, we know.
But Joe Mazzulla sat him down for, about 2.5 games there and really gave him no minutes. Noah Vonleh's been out of the rotation for a while. Blake Griffin, that signing just hasn't really worked here. So there is a spot for a big man on this roster, at least as insurance for some of those older, injury-prone guys.
Yeah, but if you're 26 years old and you're about to hit the free agent market, you don't want to be the insurance policy. You want to be the active participant. You want to be someone who's actually showcasing your talents and skills.
You might want to be someone that can win a championship. He's San Antonio.
I tell you what, though, the third center on the championship team is not going to get a significantly bigger contract when they play sparingly throughout the regular season and in the playoffs, unless they have one of those moments where they come off the bench, someone gets hurt or someone gets sidelined, and they play amazingly awesome.
Grant Williams moment.
Yeah, and if you have that, that's one thing. But I think the Celtics, if let's say one of their bigs did go down for a spell or whatever, they're already built to kind of mask that. So Poeltl, again, I'm intrigued with the idea, but I'm just not sure I'd be willing to give up anything of significance, any of your top 9 or 10 players for him.
I think it's going to be all about the cost. We'll see what happens. No urgency, obviously. Deadline still months away, and Robert Williams' return seems to be coming into this next month here before Christmas, as Woj reported. Poeltl, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll continue to cover the Celtics team night in, night out on Celtics All Access, CLNS Media, so subscribe over at those 2 spots and show our sponsors some love. Com.com/Garden gets you 40% off a premium subscription to sleep sounds, meditation, yoga, and a bunch of more things for your mental health. That's com.com/Garden, as well as Athletic Greens, great for your bodily health, nutrients, minerals, adaptogens, probiotics, all the good stuff, whole food sourced, and you're going to get 5 free travel packs as well as a year's supply of vitamin D when you go to athleticgreens.com/Garden and try it out. Great gift, either one of those this season, and we'll continue to cover the Celtics here for you at the Garden over the next couple games. Hornets on Monday, Heat on Wednesday, Heat again on Friday. Big home cooking here over the next week, and then a huge road trip to follow that we'll have some coverage of as well. So thanks for watching. For Sherrod Blakely, Bobby Manning, this has been the Garden Report here at TD Garden.